just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Seattle. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's brought in by Harris. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Running right through him. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Moon. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford being chased out left. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. But I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Here's Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
the wide receiver, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stafford fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jacob Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Throw out wide to Walker, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down, Moon. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A play fake. Now Moon. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. On first down, Stafford here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Sticking with Walker on second down. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Moon. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been able to point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on third down, Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On first down, it's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Stafford on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Gay knocks this one through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now a first down throw, Moon. He completes this to Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Moon. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Moon. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
A quick throw out to Lockett. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Moon to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it, and now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 15 yards there for number 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This looks like a free play for Stafford. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Here's Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They're going to try and run. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Second and 10, Stafford again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into.